sorry.
On Zoom, we should be try to
To go.
start to call this meeting to order. Thank you all for being here. This is the last meeting before school's actually out before the board meets, so I'm so glad to see all of you for a sad for us and good, for you guys retirees tonight. Anyway, please stand up and join me for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Trustee Barber, any action taken in closed session?
No action taken in closed session.
This meeting is being Zoom televised, recorded for the transcription of the minutes. At this time, speakers wishing to address the board this evening should turn in the completed speaker card to our board secretary. I need approval of the agenda for tonight. Motion for approval.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Okay, motion carries. Public comments. Speakers wishing to address the board on items on the agenda may complete the speaker's card and submit them to the board secretary. Speakers addressing a specific item on the agenda will have the opportunity to address the board at the time of the agenda item in the meeting. If you are addressing the board on non-agenda item, please be aware of the provisions of the Brown Act prohibiting the board from acting or discussing such matters at this meeting. Public comments are limited to 3 minutes per person per topic and 20 minutes per agenda. MEF, MEA, CSEA, public input. No comments. All right. Trustee communications. Would you, any comments now, or would you like to do it after the presentation?
After?
After? Anybody has anything to say? Comments? Trustees, or we just?
Want to do comments after the
Or is there any announcements?
Any announcements?
I don't know.
I think Rotary for tomorrow.
Oh, yes, tomorrow's volunteer of the year
Volunteer
luncheon
election.
tomorrow.
Luncheon
the
tomorrow for
Rotary agreements. Well, this is, like I said earlier, this is our last meeting before school's out. Our next meeting will be June 3rd, but you guys will be out vacationing, hopefully, with your families, enjoying your family time. I just wanted to say thank you for a great year. It's hard to believe the school year is gone so quickly, but I'm gonna say time goes by fast when you're having fun. So, I know we had our ups and downs during the school year, but overall, we've had a pretty good year. So thank you thank you all for all of our staff, teachers, even the ones that are retiring. We'll be coming back to volunteer, I guarantee you, because that's the Millbrae way. Anyway. I just want to say, looking forward to our promotions next week. You'll see one trustee at every school site, I promise. So, anyway, next is a superintendent update.
All right. Good evening. We call it the 100 Days of May, don't we? Because there's so many activities that are happening, and it's hard to believe that I try not to do countdown, but I think we're at 7 days. Okay. All right. Well, this will be short, but spring open houses, they're just a fun time to highlight everything that is happening throughout the year. And so I couldn't fit all the pictures on there, but we had our elementary open house on May 1st. You can kind of see in kind of an invention convention. So students at Meadows had actually, I think, a scientist, and they had to guess who their person was. And the bottom left, that's at Lomita Park. It was the room to go into. It was in the Savaletta's room, and it was glow in the dark theme. That was really fun. And then we have some Taylor pictures that happened on May 8th. And it's really fun that we have the band and orchestra playing, as well as all the classrooms open. And then our Millbrae Bike Rodeo that we work in partnership with the city of Millbrae was held on Saturday, May 10th, and we had to put this fun picture of our two trustees, our trustee Ferrario and trustee Chin, along with the kind of our biggest person, well, not person, dog, Teddy, who is very famous. So I wanted to highlight that. And then just kind of highlighting a few end of the year activities, mostly for next week. So Monday, May 26th, Memorial Day. So we have a 3-day weekend. Then followed by Thursday, May 29th, we have 5th grade promotion in the morning for Lomita Park, Meadows, and Spring Valley. And then at 1 p.m. we have Green Hills has their 5th grade promotion. And then I believe this, did I do this right? Ms. Latinich, the 5 p.m. tailored 8th grade dance?
No, we did that last week.
Oh, it was last week. Okay, well, sorry. We will fix that before we post it. It already happened. All right, and then but Friday, May 30th, the last day of school. It's a minimum day for everyone, and we have our Taylor promotion at 10 a.m. And then I just put already there. I know you don't really want to think about August yet, and some of you who are sitting here don't have to think about August. But on Thursday, August 14th, will be our first day of school for the 25-26 school year. All right.
Thank you, Superintendent Hickey. Next on the agenda, it's a special recognition for honoring our retirees. There's a few of them here, but not everybody's here tonight, so I'm going to hand it over to our superintendent to.
Yes, so we are just going to, there are, I believe, 6 retirees and 2 who are here, and so you're kind of first on the agenda. We are going to start with Barbara Bernessi. So Barbara, who's sitting here, is she's an English language tutor with 17 years of service to our district. And there's a picture, I think that was the Spring Valley celebration, Ms. Bernessi. And so Principal Hui just wrote a few words that I'm going to read out loud. So on behalf of Spring Valley, we are extremely fortunate to have Barbara Bernessi at our site. She has made a huge impact on our EL students with her one-on-one approach while creating relationships with all of them. In addition, she goes above and beyond to ensure that each student is receiving their education and to make sure that they are being acclimated into our school. Outside of her helping our students, she is also a dependable staff member to all of our teachers, whether it's in the classrooms or helping out on yard supervision. We are sad Barbara will be retiring, but we are grateful for her dedication and contribution to Spring Valley and making it a better place. And I know that when I've been there, if there's short staff, Barbara is there helping out in the office, and she's always willing to pitch in terms of whatever the school needs. So congratulations, Barbara. And we have a little something. To represent you with some flowers. I'll put them down here. And just like a little commemorative thing. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. I just want to thank the Millbrae School District for 17 great years. I loved every minute of it. I mean, yes, we had ups and downs, but mostly ups. And I have worked under Lynn Ferrario and under Claire Bichami, and I loved every minute of it. So thank you so much, all the board members. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We will be taking pictures after.
Okay.
Nice. Next we have Bernadette Hurley. So let's give her for 30 years of service, which is just absolutely amazing. So I'm happy to read this, but since we have Principal Zlatnich here, do you want to read?
As long as I can read, because I don't remember.
I have it right here for you.
Oh, so there is this special little treat that Miss Hurley was at Meadows teaching social studies while I too was a student there. And if I recall correctly, she was my social studies teacher. We just lost our 5th grade class, so
It's very exciting that I got to work alongside her. So now I'll go on script. Okay, so as a 7th grade English and social studies core teacher, she designs engaging and thoughtful lessons that not only deepen students' understanding, but also build their confidence and character. In her art class, she not only inspires creativity, but also sets her students up for success through well-established routines and consistent expectations that help every student thrive. I'm gonna get emotional. She actively contributes to a positive school culture, always participating in all the fabulous spirit days, pulling out a vintage bulldog sweatshirt, which was adorable. She actively contributes, always participating in spirit days and uplifting everyone around her. We are deeply grateful for her unwavering excellence, both in the classroom and throughout our school community. Thank you for that.
I know, Miss Hurley, I've only known you a short time, but I will just say you're always super engaging when I come into your classroom. It's very vibrant every time I'm in there. So, congratulations. Thank you so much. I'll put it this way, but I did kind of hear that you might have been a little jealous of the pint glasses, so you do get one.
Okay, finally.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll fill it out. Okay, so I do want to say a few words.
Of course.
And I'm not one for speaking this short, so bear with me. So first of all, I want to acknowledge all of you, trustee members, or board of trustee members. Lynn Ferrario and I were partner teachers back at Meadows 39 years ago. It is 39 actually, but it's okay. I'll take the extra.
You had it on your cake. I got confused.
Oh, that's because I worked a year in San Francisco before I came
Oh,
here,
okay.
and then I never left. Okay, so Lynn and I worked together. She was a kindergarten teacher. I was a 5th grade teacher. Our kids were buddies. My kids wrote books, read them out loud to her kids, and it was such a great partnership that we had. The kids loved being with each other, and I also had the pleasure of teaching both their sons. So and she's like one of my sister-in-law's best friends. So it's just been a wonderful connection all around. Claire was a great support when she was in the DO. She's always been super positive, super supportive. Thank you for all you've done. Frank at Spring Valley, he was part of our international week. He'd be there with his little quadratini, little Italian cookies, and always super positive. And his daughter worked with me for a while as an aide in the classroom, helping out with our SPED group, and she was wonderful. So, and then Karen, I've taught your boys, and you've been amazingly supportive. And Maggie, you were PTA president at Spring Valley. You were awesome support when I was there for all of us Spring Valley people, and I got a chance to teach one of your sons. So I feel like I've been connected to all of you in so many ways. It's just wonderful. And I'm so glad that you're here leading our district in a great direction. Okay, with that said, I have a little something, because I am an English and social studies teacher and art, but math is really my thing. And I taught math way more than I taught these other subjects. So I've got a little math number thing going on in my head here. All right, for half of my lifetime, I've been in this district, one school district for that whole time, 4 schools led by 6 superintendents. I taught 7 different subjects, 8 different grade levels under 16 different principals for 39 years in this Millbrae School District. Plus 1, which makes 40. And during that time, I calculated that I taught over 2,400 students. But most importantly, I met and connected with hundreds of wonderful people. Aides, custodians, secretaries, people in the district office, teachers, substitutes, aides, cafeteria people, wonderful people who, for the most part, enjoyed coming to work and being together and having a friendly atmosphere, and it's just been such a wonderful career. And then I have to put in a plug for the guy who's been with me the whole time. For 45 years, this man, Joe Hurley, thank you, Joe, has been when Joe and I met first year in college, I was going to be a teacher, and he was so proud that he was dating someone who wanted to be a teacher. And he's been with me through the whole thing. Nightly stories. I always have stories to share with him. He's been there. He's corrected papers. He's listened to it all. He's watched me ugly cry sometimes. He's watched me cheer and be super happy about my work. And he's been there through the whole thing. So thank you, Joe, for being with me along the ride. And thank you, everyone here, for an amazing career that I'm just so proud to have been part of. So thank you. Thank you, everyone.
right, we do have a couple more retirees that we're just going to share a little bit about them. So Brenda Cruz has been in food service for 5 years, and Rachel Geekus, who's right there, writes that Brenda has been part of the CNS family for the past 5 school years. During her time in Millbrae, she served the students at Green Hills and Lomita Park with a level of compassion and thoughtfulness that is truly unmatched. Many were recipients of her generosity throughout the years. She went above and beyond to provide for our MESD students. During mealtime, she welcomed every student in the lunchroom with a warm smile or a kind thought, fostering a welcoming environment while meals were enjoyed. Bren, your hard work and dedication are so very appreciated, and we are honored to have worked with you, and you will be missed. And then Charlie Finley, who was in maintenance and operations for 45 years, and Rudy Correa, our director of facilities, writes, I first met Charlie in 1987 when I was a student at Taylor Middle School. He was the head custodian, quiet, knowledgeable, and always present. Even back then, he carried himself with a kind of pride and dedication that stuck with me. In 1994, I returned to Taylor as a part of the custodial team, and Charlie trained me. He became my mentor, guiding me through the work with patience and wisdom. Years later, he moved to the maintenance department, and I eventually followed. And once again, Charlie became my go-to person for guidance. Whether it was solving a problem, learning a system, or just needing advice, Charlie always had the answer. He was a walking encyclopedia of everything mechanical and maintenance related. Charlie served the Millbrae School District for 45 years, and his impact went far beyond the job. Every summer, he used his vacation time to travel to Mexico on church mission trips, helping build homes for families in need. That's what I admire most, his heart. Charlie's legacy lives on in every site he touched, and in all of us who had the privilege to learn. So I am actually going to come back to this in a minute, and just because I don't have it on my script, but I will find it. So with that, Erin, do you want to do this one for Kenny Melch, who Taylor teacher for 30 years, and thank you.
All right, Mr. Milch, best known for ACLR. As Mr. Milch prepares to retire after an exceptional 30-year career in education, we honor his remarkable dedication and impact. He demonstrated excellence through well-honed procedures and routines that have created an environment where students thrive. KTLR, his broadcasting class, was created in 1997 and is student operated with precision and professionalism, earning multiple awards and setting a high standard for student-led production. In addition to his excellence in media, he has been a committed and effective PE teacher, promoting health, teamwork, and perseverance. Above all, his ability to build meaningful, lasting relationships with students has made a profound difference in their lives. His legacy will continue to inspire, and he will be greatly missed. We wish him all the best in his next chapter.
Okay, we're going to go back. Janet Ortiz, an awesome English language tutor, 21 years of service, and Principal Carrie Dees wrote, please join me in recognizing Janet Ortiz. Janet has been a dedicated educator in Millbrae School since 2004. For 21 years, Janet has been instrumental in supporting our multilingual students, providing essential English language and literacy skills. Beyond the classroom, she expertly leads our annual LPAC testing and consistently supports our school community, including offering vital interpretation services for parent meetings. Janet's longstanding commitment has profoundly impacted countless learners in our district. We thank you, Janet, for your dedication and the difference you make every day. So once again, I just want to congratulate our class of 2025 retirees. And I know the trustees will have some comments to make, and then we'll do a brief recess with some sweet treats to celebrate.
Okay, trustees, ready for comments? Trustee Brian?
Just put you on my microphone. Okay, I'm going to start with Bernie because She was the first person I was introduced to at Meadows when I went back to work. So I had been home as a stay-at-home mom, and I had done some subbing, I think. And so I go back to teaching at Meadows, and I run into this sweet young thing. And she says, oh, I've been here for a year or whatever. And she's like, I couldn't believe that she was so young and started teaching. And so we became really good friends. And both my sons had Bernie in 5th grade. But the one thing, funny story, I have to say, and she doesn't want me to say this, but I'm going to anyway. She would always come in and she'd get a haircut or she'd have something going on with her hair. She'd go, I don't know what to do with my hair, Lynn. What should I do? And I said, Bernie, you need more product. So she came in one day and it was like,
Lots of products.
a lot of product, yeah. So, and then come to find out that Joe's sister and myself play bridge together. So I know that I'm going to see Bernie a lot in the future, and so I'm happy about that. But I can't even believe 40 years, Bernie. It went by so fast, right? And you know, you're going to get so busy that you're going to think, how did I ever have time to work, right?
Right.
And so you'll be volunteering all over the place. We'll get you busy, and who knows, you may play bridge. Who knows? So thank you. Good health, happiness in the future. And Barbara, when I left Meadows after a lot of years and went to Lena Park, I'll never forget walking into the school not knowing what I was going to do. And Debbie Klodovich was the secretary, and she said, no, it was Linda Green, and then it was Debbie Klodovich. Anyway, I said, you know, what do you guys want me to do? What do you see as something that would, you know, help you guys? And so, am I going on too long?
No,
Okay. And so Debbie says, well, our classified staff doesn't have, and we don't have meetings anymore. They have a lot of concerns out in the yard. I don't know why we don't meet together at least, whatever. And I said, well, let's have a meeting. And so I went in, and boy, did they unload on me. I heard all the dirt out in Lena Park. And Barbara was so gracious and was there for anything we needed. And that was in the time when we were going through all kinds of, you know, do we pull out? Do we push in? Do we do this? Do we do that? And you always just did it with a lot of grace, and we learned from the best. So
That was when the ponds were still there.
and it was still a pod school.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Talk about getting lost. But anyway, thank you, and enjoy your retirement and good health. So thank you.
Well, I don't have as much to share as Trustee Ferrario did, but I can address that, Barbara, I want to correct you. You never worked under us. You worked with us.
I should have said that. Yes.
Because you were always a partner with everything that we did at school. You were so wonderful with the students and with the staff, and you were always available to help out whenever we needed anything. You could really see that your heart was in everything that you did, and it was just a joy to have you there. And I really was sad when you decided to move to Spring Valley, but I know that you found a home there too, and so you were missed, but I know that you are always been appreciated. So good luck with your retirement.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're going to have a wonderful time. And Mrs. Hurley, I just wanted to let you know that you were my go-to person I could always count on when I was up at the DO and I needed to get the inside of what was happening at Taylor. I just really appreciated everything and having that connection, because I knew if I had heard about something or I needed something, I could always go to you and you'd tell me how it was. So I really appreciated the time that we were able to spend together doing all the different curriculum adoptions, and you were always a valued person there. So thank you so much and enjoy your retirement. you will become busy as soon as you realize that you have free time now.
I have to add one thing. She was not Mrs. Hurley when I met her. She was Miss Salaberry.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, and everyone's saying, Salaberry. And yeah, Miss Salaberry. So you
There you
did good with Hurley.
Anyway, congratulations. She's stealing my time too.
Geez, I just don't know how to follow this. These two ladies over here really knew both of you really well. And so I'll speak to both of you. Barbara at Spring Valley, I was at Spring Valley for a long time with my two daughters. I don't remember you.
I don't think I was there then.
Okay. But all I know is I can feel for everybody that's in the room and how well respected you are and the work that you've done. So I don't have to know your history like these two do, but I could just feel it and see it right here. And so I have to just congratulate you. You just came full circle with this.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service. Enjoy retirement.
Thank you.
And Barbara, or Bernadette, I'm sorry, Bernadette, I've known you a little bit better or longer than Barbara. And I know my daughter worked with you, and she spoke so highly of you. She learned a lot from you in just a small amount of time that she was with you. And so that meant a lot to me. That meant like something like we're really doing a good job with the people that we have here working for our kids. And to see your room, the open house night was all the people that were there was really special to see everybody come in and see your last time in your classroom with all the kids there and the parents there and everything. So that was really good. You really 40 years or 30. Let me back up 39 years. Spectacular. And for the two of you to have gone this far in the Millbrae School District is just spectacular. I love to see it. I love to hear it. I'm so glad I'm here tonight. I just feel everything right now. So thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
I know you're all a hard act to follow. I feel similarly. I mean, as long as I've been in this district, all these faces I feel like I've known and seen almost since the day I stepped into this district. Miss Hurley, Miss Farnese, you were always there when I first started at Spring Valley. And, I think what I'll always remember is your positivity and your heart and your dedication. I can tell you, Miss Hurley, my kids did not have you originally at Spring Valley, but I remember always seeing you at basketball games after school, not only at Spring Valley, but also when I'd be in Pacifica watching my kids. You'd show up and I'd run into you and you'd be just watching your kids that you were teaching at Spring Valley. And I was like, it just showed your true heart and your dedication for really caring about these kids, both in the classroom and out of the classroom. And then I was thrilled when my son actually got to have you in middle school during COVID. I'm not sure how thrilled you were the other way, but it was such a joy to have you as their teacher, and the amount of care that you showed during that amount of time always stuck with me. And I've always been able to talk to you about anything. You've always been able to give us the real skinny on stuff, and we are going to really, really miss you both. I think that our staff are our lifeblood, and we miss our teachers who retire. Like, it's always sad. I'm like, wait, when I go to these schools, I expect to see these same friendly faces. And, I think of you guys as part of the institutions that you come from, and it'll be sad to see you go, but I wish you both the absolute best of luck in your next adventure.
Thank you.
Well, I just want to say congratulations to all of our retirees, but the two that are here. When I think of Spring Valley, my kids graduated, 2 years. But when I think of Spring Valley, I think of all of the teachers sitting in the front row, right? Barbara, if I have one memory, going to Spring Valley PTA president in and out. All I remember you being in the lunchroom,
Yeah.
bringing in the kids out with the loudspeaker, getting them in line, sitting them, don't talk. When you're done eating, get out. And
That was me.
yeah, and so I know you did a lot of other stuff, but your face is all over the newsroom over there. So that your face of I'm sure when you talk to the kids, that they'll probably have the same memories I do, right? Bernadette, I think when Alexander was second grade, you came in as you were one day teacher on Fridays
Friday fun teacher.
with Ashley. And Alexander hated school, but he looked forward to going to school on Fridays because it was a fun Friday. Ashley did all the work during the week, and then Friday was fun day. That's the only. Actually, I was talking to Alexander. It's the only thing he remembers is fun Friday. Anyway, so again, it'll be sad to see you. I mean, because you are. When I think of Spring Valley, I think of all of your faces, and so I'm, 39 years. I mean, I wish you all the best in retirement. I'm sure there's a lot to do once you retire, but we do expect you to come back and visit. And maybe you will come back and visit. But anyway,
Sign them up on the sublet.
as you can know, we do need clubs. Anyway, so again, thank you for all that you've done for our kids. We can sit here and talk about all the memories that we've had at Spring Valley and Taylor and all the stuff. So again, we'll be seeing around town. I know you will, we'll keep in touch. So anyway, thank you for all that you've done. We're gonna take a 10-minute break right now. We have some cupcakes and we'll take some pictures, every day.
Thank you.
So thank you.